Hello, everybody. It is I, Captain Neckbeard, your averagely abrupt host, saying hello. Will Shiitake say hello?
Ah, I'm dying.
We can only wish that life insurance payout will get us a better editing software and a better editor. And Will, the other Gabo in the room, say hello?
I'm alive
Not
and not
you, the
drunk.
other one.
Who's the other one?
I don't know. Anyway,
Oh.
you were never drunk. You were just a little silly. You were just a little goofy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just a little
I'm
goofy guy.
not silly this time, even though I
You're not
do have
silly.
the silly juice beside me.
Don't drink the silly water. Don't drink. I'm gonna beat the
Don't
shit
drink
out of you. Don't do it. Don't fucking drink the silly water. So anyway, so we have the list
touch it.
that I need
Don't
to
even
finish.
look at it.
So I was going through
Scary.
the names and I was like, I really want to do Neckbeard's list, but I can't stop thinking it just reminds me of Schindler's List.
Jesus Christ.
Am I
What?
wrong though? Like, is that an
No, it doesn't
incorrect
sound anything like Schindler's List. What the fuck?
Neckbeard's list? Neckbeard's list. 3. Schindler's List. 3. I think it fits. Also, that movie
Yeah.
came out in 93, which does not feel correct.
It shouldn't be correct, yeah.
Like, I know it is. But, like, I guess because it's black and white, it feels older, and I guess that's the entire point. But, like, I don't like it.
No, but color was during that time, though, too.
I've never. Alright. Call me anti Semitic more than normal, but
What?
I've never actually seen Schindler's List.
I have
I
no
never
idea
knew.
what Schindler's List is.
Something about Jews.
No, it was about the true story of I think it was a rich banker.
Oh no, we must feel sympathy for this rich Jewish man because he was
No, he was a German.
Jewish.
He was a German.
Okay, all right. See, there it is.
But he gave up
I
his
don't need this
his
German
name to take care
slander.
of the Jewish community. He protected them.
Ugh.
Shut the fuck up,
Jew-
Nectar.
It's funny.
Well, it was the Jews' fault.
God, she's like 40 now. The little girl
Cool.
from Schindler. There's like a little girl who's wearing a red coat, and she's like, I don't know. I haven't watched the movie, but she's like 40 now. She doesn't look awful.
What the
She
fuck?
looks nice. She looks dead inside, but she looks nice.
This is the most
Anyway.
fucking confusing first intro we've done.
Well, I don't know. Schindler's List does things to you. What can I say? When an episode starts with the question, "Does this remind you of Schindler's List?" You kind of have to take a step back and just go, "Does it need to?"
No, it
You
doesn't.
know, is this the kind of thing that you do in life, and you're like, maybe I should shut the fuck up for once and just take a step back,
You should.
take some Adderall, really calm the fuck down. Or I guess with the
No,
Adderall, I'd focus and calm the fuck down.
Xanax slows you down. What the fuck do you mean Adderall?
I said, what do you? When the fuck do you bring Xanax into this?
Because you
Xanax was
said
not part of that equation. That was not
slow
part of the
down.
cocktail. What?
You said Adderall. I need to take an Adderall and slow down. Adderall only boosts you. It's ADHD medication.
That's why I was correcting myself, you dick nut.
You dick nut. You didn't correct yourself.
I was literally in the Gabo, back me up on this. I was in the process of literally correcting myself.
The Jews did it.
I
What?
hate you. I mean, he's right, but you bastard. No, actually, I can't insult the Jews anymore, and you guys want to know why?
Why?
Did they come
I
to
did
your
an
house?
I did an autism.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I hyperfixated
question,
on
yes.
something that doesn't matter and went to bed at 5 in the morning.
What the
So
fuck?
you guys remember that show I mentioned that I was like, because everything that ended up on this list was a thought that I had and then briefly stopped thinking about just to put it in the list and then stopped like going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned the show. I mentioned a show that I had thought about, right? The Toy Maker.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I now have a 2-page, 11 font Google Doc filled with lore and characters and things.
So you're gonna write a screenplay now?
I'm not making a screenplay. I'm making a fucking show.
That is what fuck
No,
you call it
screenplay is different.
screenplay.
Screenplay's a movie.
So you're writing a script either way.
No, I'm making a it's called a show Bible, which is when you're making animated shows. It is a
Did you just do a line of
small.
fucking coke?
No, I
You
mean no
just
more
sounded
than
like you
normal.
did.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
did.
Nothing more than normal. Anyway, it's like a 2-sentence like shtick about what the show is, all the characters, personality quirks, et cetera, et cetera. And it's
Right, just
basically a brief like
overview.
couple pages, yeah, a couple page overview of what the show is and everything. Anyway, I've started making one. And I'm going to go see my mother tomorrow because it's the first day off that the first day off that I've had that I could go see her in a bit. And I was gonna go
Oh,
talk
you'll
to
be
her,
down
and I
here?
was gonna ask. I was basically gonna commission my mother, because my mother is an artist, though she's a graphic designer. So I don't know. She hasn't flexed her art muscles in a bit, so we'll see how it plays out. But what's up?
Graphic design is very different.
It is, but she also does art occasionally. It's been a while. Can't think of the last thing she's done. That's not important. I love my mother, and I wanted to make her part of my little journey. So anyway, allow me to run through the bullshit that I have made now. All right.
Shoot.
All right. So the show idea has been condensed slightly more. And I haven't named all the characters. I've named most of the characters except for one, and I've given that job to my mother, and she hasn't come up with a name yet. So actually, should I call my mother right now and see if she's thought of?
You have to name it.
Hold on, well, I don't know, because I made a character, and then I said I want my mother to name it. And I said, Mother, if you had to name this character, what would you name it? And she's like, I don't know. Come back to me. So now what I'm gonna do?
Now's to come back to her part. You're not calling your mom at this time.
It's only
He is.
10. Mother dearest, hello. Do not speak my name. All right. How are you doing today?
What's up?
Good. Do you see what's in my hand?
Yes.
Do you understand the concept behind it?
Yes.
Cool. I've come to get your end of yesterday's conversation.
Mm,
I
okay,
I
what
gave you,
conversation?
for lack of a better term, I gave you a small bit of homework before I came over tomorrow. And I wanted to know, did you come up with a name?
No, but I did think about it.
Okay, pray tell. So I've worked it out a little more, by the way. I described it as a Monchichi. It's more of like a decrepit, crippled sock monkey.
What
Oh,
the
If
fuck?
that helps, if that helps any.
That is depressing.
that is
Holy shit.
terrifying.
I'll describe better detail later, but for lack of better context, I'll show you sketches tomorrow.
Okay.
It's fine. I'll make sketches. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So anyway,
So are you wanting my decision on an answer now?
yeah, I mean, we can change it in the future. There's always time for change, and But I just thought for now, if you wanted to give it
Well,
go ahead. There's no
given the new parameters, it changes the dynamic drastically.
okay. All right. So what are you thinking?
Mm, I'm feeling maybe like a Maurice.
Maurice.
Maurice
Mhm.
the monk.
All right.
Puppet.
All
Crippled.
right, mother. I love you, and you have made a deal that have sealed fate itself. And then I hung up on her without letting her respond.
Oh my god.
That sounds about right.
All right,
It's
well,
almost like the flea market runs. You want to go to the flea market? And then you're at my door.
so Maurice has now been created. So anyway, let me I like it.
Maurice is a cool guy.
Maurice. I spelled it Maurice. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
how you. Is that how you spell it?
Yeah. That's how you spell Maurice.
Yeah, yep, that's how you spell Maurice. I'll be damned. I was just gonna spell it that way anyway because I thought it looked cool. So, a
Typical
struggling.
you.
So here's my quick pitch. All right, struggling toy maker who
Yeah.
wishes to make the world happy with his toys. With the help of his sidekick Maurice, the first toy successfully made with sentience. He spends all his time attempting to recreate his successful friend with many variations of toys. Though they all turn out physically perfect, they are always mentally warped in one way or another. What do you guys think? What do you it's just a quick 2 sentence 1-2 punch. What do you guys think?
That'd be something I'd be interested in watching.
All right, so here's my ideas for toys. I've come up with 6. As I've described before, there was the All American doll. So basically, I made 6 episodes, ideas, plots, if you will. An All American girl doll who's a communist. That's self-explanatory. I made Mr. Potato Heads, but they're a hive mind because I loved that one episode. I think it was like episode 10. No, like episode 12 or something like that. We talked about what would happen if there was hive mind Mr. Potato Heads, and it's just stuck with me for so long. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Potato Hive Mind 7, episode 7. It was almost a year ago. At this point, it'd be over a year ago. And that idea has
Damn.
stuck with me for so long, and I liked it that much. So, and then I had a barrel of monkeys that start kidnapping people and like tie them up bondage style and like, you know, cause havoc with that. I thought that was a good idea. Strawberry
I love on how
shortcake, but
you don't really further explain that.
no, it's like a one cent. What do you mean? What am I explaining?
I
I don't
think
know.
I can
I think
elaborate if
if
you
you
worded
want.
that, and
you
then
mean like rape. They rape people on top
They're
of
not raping.
bondage.
They're just like they're monkeys. They're like I'm imagining it more of like a cocoon, you know,
Well, monkeys
like a
do rape
butter.
people. I'm just gonna put that out there. Monkeys do rape people.
I'm not gonna
That's-
make the
so do
monkeys in
dolphins.
barrels rape. I'm not gonna make the monkeys in the barrels rape. But I do like to think of them as like a bunch of the monkeys like cling onto somebody's car and crawl in through the exhaust pipe, and then while somebody's driving, a shitload of monkeys like jump on him and like make a cocoon around him. You know, that's kind of how I'm imagining it. Anyway, then
That's fun.
obviously a strawberry shortcake type toy, you know, like a real innocent uh toy kind of a thing. But she's a whore. I like to think that she gives them some weird like magical toy STD or something. I don't know. I think that's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be funny.
Wait, does the
Rock'em.
toy maker actually like sleep with this doll? Wait, what?
No. She goes off. The little doll goes off and does that. And I like to think she starts spreading like this magical like toy STD or something.
Magical STD.
I don't know. Like instead of cotton mouth, it's like cotton dick or something. I don't know.
Cottonmouth. I've never heard of that one.
You've never had cotton mouth before?
No. Why
Oh,
the
dude.
fuck would
Because well, not only does it happen when you smoke weed, but like there's a couple of fruits in Florida specifically, little berries, and if you eat them, they give you a really bad cotton mouth, and they taste like a really sour grape. I just call them cottonmouth berries. I don't know what the specific name is. Anyway, so there's that, and then
the real name? I just totally freaking forgot.
what happened?
No, I'm just like picturing you. I don't have a specific name, but just I don't give a fuck. That's the name on a characteristic they give me.
Yeah, pretty much.
It
So
probably
anyway,
is only you. I could see it being only you getting cotton mouth from it. They're like totally perfect. It'd be you that gets fucked up on them.
yeah, that's fair. Anyway, so I had another idea, a fucking awful idea. But I just thought it was
Oh,
really funny, and it was like a pair of Rock'em Sock'em robots, but they like escape and like start a dog fighting ring.
What?
You know, because it's like they're programmed to fight each other, so they're like fighting is just a way of life, and they like start kidnapping dogs and shit, like 2 Chihuahuas versus the fucking Great Dane. Have like this little
Jesus
fight club under like a little Chinese restaurant or some shit.
And this is all animated?
Yeah, well, I'm imagining it to be animated. Yeah,
Jesus,
I'm imagining
man.
this is like an Adult Swim cartoon that you'd see next to like
Yeah.
Robot Chicken. You know.
I can see it when I'm signing this cartoon.
Yeah. All right, and then the only other idea I've had so far is silly bands. You guys remember silly bands?
Yeah.
So silly bands, but they just start like I put in quotation marks biting people's hands off, but I'm imagining it like you wear the rubber band and then it just like squeezes itself down and chops off limbs.
Oh
And they
Jesus!
like turn into the creatures that they are supposed to be. So like you get mauled by like this really tiny tiger, you know?
The fuck! The
Yeah.
fuck, man!
I had
Holy
another
shit!
idea. I wanted a Care Bear type one, but the only thing I could think of for a Care Bear is just like Care Bears that start committing suicide. But like I can't
What the
I could
fuck?
cult Care Bears. You know what? I just talked myself into it. Cult Care Bears.
Call them what?
Care Bears, but they're like they make a cult. They like make a
Uh,
suicide pact cult.
Jesus Christ,
That is now an idea.
dude! Jesus Christ, man!
They
What the
make
fuck?
they make a cult of friendship and kill themselves to join the great rainbow in the sky.
Man,
I'm just saying these sound pretty fun.
some of them do, but holy shit! You like, oh, this is a little whore, and this guy will murder you a lot. Like, it will
Yeah,
chop off your hands and start mauling you
yeah,
to death.
yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
I just like the idea of them going to like catch the Care Bears, and it's like if we wait long enough, everything will eventually sort itself out. You know.
Everything eventually will sort
Also,
itself.
I'd like to mention in all of these, in in all of these, I've
Oh my God.
specifically put next to it a Care Bear type toy, a Silly Band type toy, a Rock'em Sock'em type toy, just to not specifically say this thing.
Why has this creator not killed his own creations? Man,
I,
if they were like
that's the whole
abominations,
that's the whole point of the episodes is that he tries to create it and then he has to like go hunt it down.
jeez,
Make a suicide pact
fucking darker.
to
Holy shit,
join
man.
the gray rainbow in the sky.
The great rainbow. I don't think they deserve to be in the rainbow. I think they deserve to be in
A
hell.
little cult. So anyway, here's the settings. It is a New York style town called Town City. Just 'cause
That's original.
I just thought do you not like the name Town City?
No.
Gabo, are you there, buddy? You've been a little quiet.
I don't know how I feel about this name.
How do you don't like Town City? I thought it was really funny.
No. I think he's questioning your whole fucking
All right, if you don't
TV show.
hold on, if you don't like Town City, you're gonna love this. So the first place I have written down as a location that I want my mother to, or I want to make as a background, is a small rundown apartment called the Cute Urban Manor, and it's written like capital C and then little UTE, capital U, lowercase R B A N, capital M A N O R on the front of the building.
Just type it in chat. What the fuck?
It just so that way it just spells out the word "come." If you can't understand the bit, it's called the apartments are called the Cute Urban Manor. But I like the
Oh
idea
my
of it
god.
just the sign is just the big word "come" with like little font next to it. Just as "come." Uh, so I'll go into the rest of them in a minute because you have to figure out the characters before we can really get into the everything else. All right. Okay. So I'm glad I got audience participation for that one. Glad you guys responded. Really knows I'm engaged.
Sorry,
Yay.
I'm doing something.
So what are you doing?
I'm eating. I just fucking said it.
What are you eating?
Pizza.
Any good pizza?
It's a meatball bacon pizza.
Mm. Well, I showed you guys what I made, but I made these like little sushi rolls. That's like cheddar cheese and a little cocktail weenie. You know, in a the
Yeah, they look
fuck,
pretty
what is it
good.
called? Tortilla. It was really good.
I
I
would have
didn't like the
suggested pizza.
sandwiches as much, but the little sushis were really good. I also made fries that are currently on the stove top because not only are they drying and or not drying, cooling off, we had to start. So I was cripplingly disappointed for that.
I would have said for the sausage you could have like made instead of it's not pigs in a blanket kind of thing.
Well,
Um,
I would make other things. I'm just using what I limited had. I don't have a lot of stuff right now. I have to go to the
yeah.
grocery store, so I'm doing that.
You should
The fun meals.
grow some stuff.
What's up?
You should grow some stuff
Gr-
to help with that.
grow?
Yeah, like tomatoes and stuff.
I don't have fucking room. I've got one.
Motherfucker, there's probably a greenhouse.
If I showed you my apartments one day, you would understand. Anyway, so here are my characters. All right.
Shit.
I've got the name, I've got the role, and I've got the physical descriptions of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. More on the way. More to be determined.
To be determined at a later date.
To be determined and to be workshopped justly. So my first character, the main
What's
character, is a man named Doug. His name is Doug Hug, but with 2 G's. Doug Hug. He is the toy maker. He is a beer-gutted older man with a Dr. Phil style haircut, slightly graying.
Oh, he's bald.
Well, bald on top, hair on the middle, hair on, not like a comb over, but like the big dewy, like puffballs on the side.
Jesus
Light
Christ.
stubble and a typical New York accent. Always wearing a lightish blue stained button up with his gut poking out, and a pair of khaki cargo shorts with suspenders. What do you guys think of good old Doug?
He's all right.
Okay.
All right. Then we have Maurice. Maurice is the one my mother named live on air. He is the first and only toy that Tug has made that has turned out completely mentally sane. But as a trade-off for that, he's a little sock monkey with really long arms that drag on the floor and little stubby legs. So I kind of imagine he either walks like kind of either walks like how like Mr. Krabs walks with like the little scuttle, and then he's just kind of like wiggling his arms back and forth, or he just uses his arms to like walk really long and his legs dangle. I don't know which one I like more.
I think I like the arms on the floor, like dragging behind him as he runs, like little stubby legs running.
I do like that too.
Yeah.
I do think that gains a lot of love in my heart. What do you think, Mr. Galbo?
I think it's decent.
All
I'm
right.
still confused by this entire premises, I won't lie.
All right, what is confusing you specifically?
Where the sanity comes into play.
He's creating. What do you mean? Where did the sanity come into play?
Anywhere in this conversation.
He makes toys that are alive. They are alive, but they are not
They're not meant
sane.
down.
They're
Okay.
insane. They're crazy. They're fucked up in some way. What is confusing you?
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
I usually don't get neckbeard bits.
Like, I get that I say some convoluted shit, but this feels like some of the most straightforward bullshit I've ever said.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It is pretty straightforward. Have you been drinking the drink?
He's been drinking silly
Oh.
water.
Yes, he has been drinking.
I
Slug.
haven't.
Okay, well then you're just fucking stupid.
That's possible.
Next character is Little Billy. Little Billy's the role is the curious kid who helps Doug test out all of his toys. And it is always the first victim of whatever shenanigans the toys have to ensue. Small brown-haired boy with rosy cheeks and a baseball cap with the word child on it, and a t-shirt that is tangerine orange and brown shorts. I just like the idea of him having this little hat and it just says the word child on it. I was also contemplating giving him like the Allstate commercial guy, like that kind of a voice, but I think actually just playing up the child like little kid is just better. Objective.
Yeah, like how have you ever watched Louis Caliber?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically like him.
I
Hey,
haven't seen Louis
Can you
Caliber
help
in years.
you've been playing recently.
I don't know. I haven't watched Vanos and
Dude, you should. It's some funny shit. They finally played Roblox.
let me rephrase. I've watched it. Let me see when the last video I watched was. The last one was
2017.
Gmod Guess Who Invasion at the COD Terminal, and then nothing until Minecraft Prop Hunt. Like, I watch him occasionally. I just really don't give a shit.
No,
Like,
you should watch the Roblox videos. They're funny as
I'll just
fuck,
kinda take
especially No Road is in his mind.
I don't know, it just doesn't I just don't care.
In the skateboard.
I just don't give a shit, I'm not gonna lie. Not my style.
My YouTuber just got sued for $1 billion.
Ooh, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Mutahar just posted it.
Okay,
Some Ordinary Gamers, if you know him.
okay. I'm just gonna nod and go back to my
I'll post.
just gonna go back
I'll post it in
I'm just
ideas.
gonna go back to my, my show now. The next character is Sean Dickbert, spelled Sean, by the way. Sean Dickberg is Doug's neighbor on the left, who wants to get Doug kicked out for all the chaos he makes, and I assume probably a fuck ton of noise.
The noise complaint
Yeah,
neighbor.
pretty much. I'm
Everybody.
imagining it like a Squidward or a well, I'll explain it in a minute.
On your bomb.
Here's a physical description of Sean Dickberg. A dirty blonde-haired, clean-shaven, save for sideburns, and a small flavor saver. And I never finished out his outfit, but he's just supposed to be a generic douchebag.
What's a flavor
It's
saver?
that little, like, you know your bottom lip, how it curves out a bit?
Uh-huh.
Just that. If you look at your Kirby, that little itty
Yeah.
bitty upper bit, if it's just that,
Uh,
no other facial hair except for that. Here, hold on. Flavor saver. Hold on. It's an Urban Dictionary word, don't get me wrong, but oh, it's so fucking gross looking. Why is this one have like crack in it? Hold on.
crack?
There we
What?
go.
Is that the girl that's fucking from Schindler's List?
Yeah, I told you about that. I mentioned it and put it in there a while ago. Anyway,
Fuck, man, why'd you post that?
because it's a flavor
That
saver.
picture, motherfucker.
A flavor saver. What do you mean
What'd you look up to find that? What'd you look up to find
flavor
that?
saver?
No, you
Wanna
didn't.
bet?
Shut the fuck
Wanna
up.
bet?
You stupid.
2, 3,
Show
5,
me.
6,
Don't
7,
fucking
8,
clear it.
9, 10,
Show it.
11,
Show your
12,
Christmas
13,
tree on top
14,
of it.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. The
What
26th
the fuck are
it's
you
the 26th image on Google if you Google flavor saver. The
I'm gonna look it up
the
now.
rest are these
You
weird little hookah things and bongs. The very first one is absolutely fucking disgusting. I think they're called soul patches. I think that's the
you
specific
like
word.
put a
I put flavor saver.
you put this flavor saver
I put flavor saver and scroll down. It's not that far down. It's like 4 rows. But I thought, bitch. Anyway, I don't know what to put him in.
no, I'm looking. I'm still looking. It's not
Anyway, I don't know what to put
it's
his
not like
character in costume wise. He just feels like a
This is an actual person. You're so fucked up. That's an actual person's Twitter account, and it was like the fifth, no, like more like the eighth row for me.
in how do I
But
put this
what
in the
the
nicest
fuck?
way possible? Hold on. Allow me to do a side by side comparison of what he looks like.
So who? What?
Yeah, hold on. It'll make sense in a second. Let's just do this.
Are you comparing to Ricky
Let's
Berwick?
just
Please
grab
do not.
this.
Spoiler, it won't make sense.
There we go.
No, probably not.
I think it'll make sense.
You're fucked. You're absolutely
What
fucked.
he looks
Holy
it's a
shit.
dead
That
dead
is so
accurate.
fucked up. That is not
They're
accurate at all,
brothers.
but it's so fucked
They're
up.
brothers.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yo, I'm just
Holy
saying.
shit, neckbeard. Oh my fucking god.
You know, I've never seen a black guy with Down syndrome.
I
That's
have.
because they're weeded
I
out.
don't think they exist.
Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up, Gabo.
No, I don't feel
They
like
just
it.
look the same. Can't really tell.
Go drink some more silly water.
See, here's the thing. Even looking at a Down syndrome black
Mm,
guy, they do just kind of. He just kind of looks.
Look like regular.
Yeah, he just looks stoned.
Why do you say that?
Look at him. He
That
just
is
looks
fucking racially
stoned. He doesn't
motivated.
look like
That's
Down.
racially
Dude, he
motivated.
looks like he just got the best head imaginable. Like I like that doesn't look Down
But
syndrome to me.
honestly, yeah. Yeah, that does. That does look
Yes.
down.
It's like the second picture when you look up black Down syndrome.
What? Bro, you fucking do it too bluntly.
Wait, hold on,
Holy
look at
shit.
this.
You need to.
I can buy this on Amazon.
What the fuck? Why?
Yes, but why would
Education,
you?
because I don't know why not. Milan Educational Anatomy Correct 15-inch baby doll black or Down syndrome African American boy brown black.
Down syndrome. Why the fuck is my Google autocorrecting when I put in down and then syndrome shot?
Oh, shouldn't have got the vaccine. Enjoy your autism.
No, like shot like by a cop.
Oh, Lamau. Like, say what you want. If one of them went into like a fit of rage, I'd be terrified too.
If any fucking person with Down syndrome got into a fucking
That was
This is not
my
a kid with
sentence.
Down.
Yes, I don't know why you made it racist, but yes.
What?
Oh, I want to
I
mention, by the
didn't
way,
make it. What the
while we
fuck
were
do you mean?
talking yesterday, I was looking at shit on Amazon for some reason or another. Tell me this doesn't look like a dildo.
That
A
does.
dildo.
That looks like a flashlight more than
It's
a
a
dildo.
multi-purpose.
It looks more.
What do you guys
I
think it
don't
is? If you had to
know.
guess, looking at this item, what do you think it is?
A kid's configuration toy, I
Nope,
guess.
it does not move.
Oh.
What do you think?
Massager?
Massager. Okay. All right. All right. How about if I told you it's beef flavored?
That's a fucking. That's an
Chew
edible
toy?
It's a
item.
chew toy. That is the
What?
Okay.
that is the most fucked up chew toy I've ever seen. Chew toy.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, now I can see the chew toy because the whole you drop the treat in there and make them like work
I
for
get-
it.
Are you gonna try and like? How the fuck are you gonna fit a treat into that?
Like the mini ones, like the little itty bitty,
Yeah.
like nipple sized treat.
I
Well,
shove it
I
up
don't
my
know. Nipple
ass.
sized for you is a very different thing. About
I
four.
got
Yeah,
pepperoni
you got
nips.
fucking pepperoni nips. Anyway, so back to.
You do too. What are you
I said
talking
you
about?
do.
I don't know why you're talking,
I don't.
but you do
No, I don't.
too. You
I
do.
don't.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Fucking take off your shirt.
What do you mean? I'm not wearing
Take
the
off
shirt.
your shirt. Do it now.
Take off your shirt and look at
I'm
them.
looking at my nipples very. All right. You know what? If you want to play a game of attritions, I will take a photo of my titty. I will put it in the episode, but only if you're willing
Ha!
to do the
Joke's
same.
on you. I already have it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
You want to?
Okay.
You want to call my bluff? Go ahead.
No. I didn't.
Let's
I
Can I
didn't
call
say
your
for you
bluff?
to do that.
No,
You
no,
fucking were
let's
just
pull the
doing
nipple
that.
debate. Let's see who has the bigger nipples. Come on, let's pull the nipple debate.
What?
Come on, bitch.
I
Can I
didn't
play?
argue that I had
You are
pepperoni
arguing.
nipples. I said you do.
I'm just. I
Stupid
don't.
aside.
I will take a picture of my nipple right now. Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Can I play this
I have
wonderful
a picture of
game?
my nipple right now, locked and loaded. I'm willing to call your bluff 100-1.
But I'm not saying that I don't have pepperoni
I
nipples.
don't have pepperoni nipples. You do. So
I said I
yeah,
do.
but you're saying I do. So let's post nipples and compare. See who's got. See if I actually do have pepperoni nipples in qualification towards yours.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I
Okay.
play?
Yeah, sure. Gabo, go ahead. Throw your nipple on here. I'll post it.
Watch it.
Don't
Actually have
post it
pepperoni
just yet.
nipples.
We'll do it on the count of 3. All right. And then I'll put them all in the episode
Alright,
on
wait.
our little
Hold on.
avatars. We're gonna have a little nipple like right in the forehead.
Phone's loading.
Let me edit it.
What are you
just so I get the
editing? You're
nipple in and
gonna put
That
blush on your
doesn't
nipples?
sound right.
He's got to edit it to make it. He's
No,
got to
I
like Photoshop his nipples to make them smaller, just so they'll fit in frame.
no, I'm making it so nothing else gets in
It's
frame.
just all nipple.
Simply be better
No.
at taking photo.
Get better, yeah, get better.
It's not really good I can do with the photo
Your
right now.
nipples.
I'm
How
tired.
hard is it to move your nipples? I feel bad for anyone who's
No, I
watching
did.
this
Like,
with
I
the
was
genuine intent of listening to the show idea I had. Because now we've
no
devolved.
one's gonna know about the show idea though. That's the
Huh?
issue. No one's gonna know about the show
I'm
idea.
going
That's the
I'm
issue.
going whole hog into this idea. I truly like it.
Also, can we talk about what you posted
What?
randomly? Like
No, we're talking about it
the two
later. We'll
things
talk
that
about
you
it later.
posted.
We'll
I
talk about it
fucked up
later.
my kneecap.
Are we gonna post
All
now?
right, are
Because
you
I'm
ready,
ready.
Gabo? On three.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. My nipples first in the chat, then shit takes. Dude, even in the
Shit.
fucking picture. All right, we can all agree Gabo's got fucking chocolate chip nips. He's got the smallest baby nips. All right, if we're talking Goldilocks,
No,
if we're talking Goldilocks
but like
here, Gabo's got
mosquito.
the mini nips. You've got the fucking massive pancake,
Yeah.
and I've got the perfect nipple. I mean, it's a little.
He's got a solid medium. It's a little bit too big for my
Well, you say for your
taste, but
taste. All right. But just looking at the picture, I can quite literally stick 2 of my nipples on your nipple, and we could fit 3 of Gabo's
I can
nipples.
fit a
We could fit
lot.
3 Gabo nipples on yours.
I think you could fit more than
Yeah,
3.
I'll have to edit these when I post them so that only the nipple is visible. But for you.
who?
Also, I would just like
What are
to.
you talking about?
I
You don't
just
want
want to
to.
once again mention.
You need size
No, I just want to once
comparison.
again mention the fact that Gabo has hair nowhere else on his chest but his nipples, and it pisses me off anytime I see him shirtless.
That's because it's not in the middle.
It causes me a great deal of rage anytime I see you shirtless, because all I can think about is the fact that your nipples are not correct, and it pisses me off.
You mean that my nipples are
Yes.
hairy? I have
You
hairy
do, but
nipples.
only look. If
Deal
you had
with
a
it.
hairy chest along with hairy nipples, that's one thing.
We
But
have
it's
Well, I do. The
just
middle
hairy
is
No, it
hairy.
isn't. It's just hairy nipples.
Yes,
You
it
have like
is.
this little.
I have hair
You
on my
have this
chest.
little like you snuck
Neck
into a
beard,
barber shop and
absolutely.
threw it on your chest and then walked away. That's it. There's no chest hair to be found.
No, it's just a patch in the middle.
You have
What's
you have
so
a flavor.
wrong?
You
My
have a
body has
flavor saver
patches.
of chest hair, and I want you to know how infuriating it is to look at you every time.
What? I'm just small and compact, and so is
And
my
so is your
hair.
dick. So
Oh, I have people that would testify against that one.
I can testify against this.
See?
Wait,
Oh wait.
wait.
I
How
don't know.
much do you remember? How much
Wait
do
a
you remember
second.
from yesterday's episode? By the way,
Was it yesterday? I thought
it
it was
was
the day
yesterday.
before. Didn't we do that on
Nope.
Tuesday?
Tuesday, I was at D&D all day. Oh shit, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, no, because I remember I had to go to
Oh right,
school
and
the
then I
next day
worked
in
yesterday. Anyway,
uniform.
how much do you remember from Tuesday's episode? How much do you remember?
Um,
Do you remember the 20 minutes where you threatened to rape me?
Oh shit!
what?
You remember?
That.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There was like
I
a
remember
solid
that.
20-minute dialogue of you like threatening to rape me on multiple occasions. Yeah.
What?
So I guess you don't remember any of that. That's gonna be a fun episode for you to rewatch in like 5 months.
That is
You're gonna be in the
a
middle
fun
of basic
episode, holy
training. This
shit.
episode's gonna drop, and you're gonna have to show all your all your buddies in the barracks.
No, more like fucking.
He's gonna get
He's gonna get kicked out of the military.
court-martialed.
The shit. Yeah, he's gonna get court-martialed, and I'm gonna be the one to fucking deal with his
Oh, that's so
court-martialing.
funny. You also left halfway through the second episode. You just said you like
Yeah,
went
that's what I
silent
was
for
telling
10
him.
minutes and then just went, "I'm tired," and then immediately hung up and left.
Bible told me the reason.
So, funny thing is, I was throwing up.
They're
Yeah,
violently
you told us
throwing
about
up.
that. You threw up on your carpet.
Straight up.
How'd that go?
Yeah, like
I had to
That's
clean
lovely.
it.
yeah, like you stop talking for like a 5 minutes, and then you come back. I threw up, and we're like, "You
Mommy,
okay?"
my poop is on the
Like, you're
floor.
like, no, I threw up all over my carpet and my
My
backpack.
fart is solid.
I didn't throw up on my backpack.
You
You
said
did say
bag,
bag.
so that's what I assumed.
Just now or then?
Then.
I cannot testify of what I said then. But my backpack was nowhere near it.
So what bag did you? What the fuck? That
There
just
was no bag.
that just.
We've been gassed
Are
up.
you sure?
Oh, that bag, the trash bag. Why did I word it that way?
Yeah, why did you order that way? That just made me question.
Good
Like, you
question.
just threw up in like an empty bag that was around you about it.
No, for some reason I went for the trash bag, which is kind of farther than away than outside.
Okay.
And I didn't realize it until the next day, mid-afternoon, that I was like, why did I go for the bag instead of outside where I wouldn't have had to clean it up afterwards?
Okay.
I don't know.
Interesting. Anyway, back to the show that I was making. Also, I want to know
Love
while
and
you were
Gabo
talking,
adventures.
because you just started kind of going on a little bit of a ramble. I opened up iFunny and just watched a bunch of cockroaches get physically tortured. So I don't know. I don't know how to mentally. I don't know how to
What?
mentally. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, not to like do a
No,
side
continue.
rant
Go
or
for it. It's
not even
fine.
a rant, but a
Yep.
side thing. Um, have you found me yet on iFunny?
No, I'm not looking. Also, it's not that easy to find somebody on
Okay.
iFunny, unless your name is.
No,
Okay.
Unless your name
that's
is. Well,
true.
we live directly next to each other, so it's you just have to look on the snap maps. He lives like 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
No, the funniest thing was that fucking that one day you said talking about iFunny, and then you're
Why the
like,
fuck are
how
you
the add
why are
me
you
on
friend requesting
iFunny?
me, you bitch?
Like 5 seconds after
Pretty
you
sure you're the
said
only
that.
non-porn bot, non-fed who's added me as a friend.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me
probably.
look.
I need to change this. I need to find him.
Uh,
And the thing is, I just
alright.
randomly added him. That wasn't even my. iFunny
There
was
you
like, here's the
are.
people near
Alright,
you.
yes, I
Why don't
found
you?
you.
Oh no.
Oh no,
I
your
found
house is
him.
about to get
Let's
nuked
see, what
like
is
Obama did
his
to
he's
these Iraqis.
subscribed by a lot of porn. All porn bots.
Yep, it's pretty
And let's
much
see what
porn.
his subscriptions are.
Same with me.
Yep, all porn.
All porn.
All porn bots. Why
I was
porn
about to say, I'll
bots?
give you a hint. It's the
Why
same
porn
thing that.
bots? Girls, you're
Do what?
mostly porn bots
Do
you're
what?
subscribed to, not actual people. If
Yeah,
you
nobody
want, just
loves
go
me.
through my
Yeah,
subscriptions and, weed out the good stuff.
I don't
weed
know.
out the good
I've got
stuff.
some pretty good
Weed
porn
out that
bots. I
good
won't
good.
lie.
I need to know Gabo's thing so I can look
Nope.
at the porn bots. Dude, they're actually good. They're
They're
not good.
I mean, I've seen better. They're
Mid.
very obvious. I never trust them.
Why does it say I have 0 smiles? I have a lot of people
'Cause you
that
haven't
smile
posted
at
any
me.
memes, retard.
Oh. Oh, that's
You
how it works.
fucking
Whoops.
baboon.
Well, I've only had this account
5
for.
days.
Where do I go to find
Papa.
out?
I've only
Oh,
had
shit.
this account.
No,
I've only had this
6
account
days.
for 1,167 days. Not counting my other account that had like
Fucking.
712.
Have you guys seen the memes of Moist Critical holding a
Yeah, it was.
gun?
I don't remember, something stupid. He's just like, "That's not a clip. This is a magazine," and then whips out a big old gun.
Yeah, it pulls out a fucking gun.
That's funny. I like that.
I've been active for 278 days.
Okay,
Wait,
I
why
need
are
to
you on iFunny?
change.
I just got on iFunny for some reason.
There we go. I had photo ideas pulled up on my screen, and every time I looked up, all I saw was my nipple, and I'm like, I don't like this. I'm
That's
changing
fair, I
this.
guess. Alright, anyway, back to the show so I can continue this fucking episode to some degree. Sean Dickberg. Anyway, he was supposed to play out like Phineas and Ferb, like a Candace, basically. He's like trying to get the owner of the apartments to like come see the bullshit that Doug has made. Anyway, we'll get to her later. We'll get to the landlord in a bit. Anyway, then there's Lucas Cunningham, Doug's neighbor on the right, who's a hoarder and has some random stuff to help Doug in some way or another. I just imagine it as this like stoner type character. I actually physically imagined it like Jesse Pinkman, but he is described as a long, curly-haired man with a bushy beard. He wears a red beanie and covers down to his eyebrows. He has a black T-shirt with the words "band name" written on it in a typical heavy metal font, to the point that far enough away it could look as if it was a real band shirt, and some lanky, torn jeans. Then there's Handyman John, is spelled Jon, by the way, similar to other John. Is a well-meaning handyman who somehow finds a way on accident to assist in the initial escape or continuation of the toy's rampage. His physical description is he's a tall, bald man with a set of thick eyebrows. His eyes are slightly uncomfortably distanced apart, as he has wide shoulders and a small set of legs. And finally is Betty the landlord, always brought by Sean to in an attempt to catch Doug and get him kicked out. Though she secretly has a crush on him and is purposely delaying the search to find Doug. Physical description: a taller lady with huge curly red hair and Coke bottle glasses. She wears a quilt style cardigan and a black skirt with little muffins on it. That is my
Mhm.
generalistic cast. What are y'all thinking?
I agree with that.
They're diverse.
They're diverse. They are diverse. They heard. They heard. They heard. You know what I mean? All right. So anyway, back to the settings that I have, the locations written down. Doug's room, a messy room with generic food wrappers, wires, and tubes laying all over the floor. All cabinets have no doors but are filled with large, strange machines and beakers. A worn down leather couch sits in the corner of the room, and the table has a sewing equipment, jars of cotton balls, and buttons all over the table. And there's the main hallway that is a sickly light yellow wall that isn't helped by the harsh white lights and moldy green carpet color. A pink lollipop is stuck to the ceiling, and on the opposite side of the ceiling is a charred black smoke detector uh, that has a small red light showing it does not work. And there's Handyman John's in parentheses room, a broom closet filled with to the brim with random cleaning supplies and a single yellow light bulb that hangs from the ceiling, and a bucket with a pillow on it on the shelf. And Betty's office is a small room with a desk that takes up almost half the floor space. The table contains a small bronze plaque with the words "Betty, the best landlord" written on it. And one of those small birds with a top hat that dip into a mug of water is prominently displayed drinking from a mug that says number one dad. The word dad is crossed out, and in red market is written the word landlord. A single rickety plastic chair like the ones you'd see in a church sits next to the door. A large puppy leather chair with duct tape patches on it adorn the chair. The wall and on the wall there's a picture of a generic cat hanging from a tree with the large bold white letters under it saying something motivational, comma, I guess. Comma,
Comma,
I
I
guess.
guess.
So that's everything I have written down right now.
I guess.
That is my current set of written bullshit, and I think I like it. I think I'm gonna run with this idea. Feels really
Hmm.
good. I have the sneaking suspicion nothing will ever come of it, but I like
Probably
it, and I
not.
want to try and, to some extent, see it realized,
You
make
can get
something of it,
something out of it.
even if it leads down to me making the shitty MS Paint editing something. I don't know. One way or another, I'm making something of it for better or for worse. Something will come of this. I keep looking. I gotta change the fucking chat I'm in because I just see your guys' fucking nipples every time. It's pissing me off. Yeah. Also, I'd like to mention, Gabo, you missed some of the best hypotheticals and shit that I put in chat. You missed some of the most
Yeah.
fun. Also, I still gotta love how you immediately knew which ones were when I was stoned. You were just like, yeah, that's you. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
What?
You're more
It's
intricate when
really
you're
weird, isn't
stoned.
it?
Yes, it is.
All right. So there's like this gimmick, right? And there's gimmicks floating around the gimmick, but the main gimmick is what's happening right now.
Fuck off. No, not again.
Guys, I've actually eaten 6 pounds worth of melatonin. I will be dead by the end of this episode.
The
No,
gimmick
Jesus
that we
Christ.
don't know the
Is the
gimmick.
no, the gimmick is no, the gimmick is not that you don't know the gimmick. There's the gimmick, and then
Please.
Do you want some strawberry jam?
Why? Oh, this
Is
not
that the
the
gimmick?
I'm hungry. I would like strawberry, but that's not the gimmick. There's a gimmick. So there's a
I wanna
main
blow my
gimmick.
brains out. If I hear the word gimmick one more time, I'm gonna fucking
It's
end it all.
the great and mighty death of Mr. Shit Take.
Call.
What about seedless blackberry jam?
No,
Is
I
that
have
the
apple
gimmick?
butter. I grabbed
Shut
that
the
apple
fuck.
butter. I
Okay,
grabbed that apple
okay,
butter
so
from my house. It's now in my fridge. I'm gonna make toast with it tomorrow.
Have you used it as lube
I'm gonna
yet?
kill you. I don't know when. I don't know how, but I'm
what
going
are
to
you
kill
saying?
you. Okay.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Now you piqued my curiosity, though. No, I'm not gonna give myself a
What?
fucking
What are you
like
guys?
STI by fucking apple butter.
You
Correct, I
won't.
won't.
It's okay.
You can't.
What?
Okay.
It's okay.
I-
Just trust in the
What do you mean
system. It's
that's
natural.
The
You know what
fuck
else is
did I
natural?
miss?
And herpes.
Women. Jews. Wait, no, those aren't.
No. Those were
They
created
are. What the fuck?
like the Terminator. At least, at least they're
And
No,
funny.
I
not-
think
I'll
you
give them
mean
that. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they are funny whenever they walk into the gas chambers.
Anyway,
you mean the white devil?
what?
Ah,
Okay, you guys don't know what is it called? It's like it's a sect of
Vasectomy?
Islam. No.
potato?
Fucking it's like an extreme sect of
Like a
Islam.
terrorist?
Um no. They believe that all white people were created by one evil
Are you
scientist
talking about fucking
and fucking
Scientology?
no.
Talking about Mormons?
This isn't Scientology. It's something completely different.
There's
No,
a lot of really fucking stupid religions. I don't know what you're talking about.
no, there is
What are you Google whatever the fuck you're talking about?
fucking Yakubian ape.
Yakubian.
Look.
Go ahead, put a picture of like what the fuck a Yakubian ape is, because that sounds like a new racial slur I should be adding to my repertoire. Like if I walked into a 7-Eleven and I
It
saw a
sounds like-
dude there in baggy shirt and jeans, like bandana on the forehead, robbing the convenience store, I feel like that's what I would call him. I'd get shot for it, obviously, but that's my go-to. That's a
And I'm going to be sitting there watching with popcorn.
eating the popcorn, eating the popcorn. A terrible idea. You're gonna put
That's
a
the
picture of the
funny
fucking
thing.
this Vakuvian
Whenever
ape
ever-
you speak of.
This is the supposed creator of
The
Yakub, like the actual person who created it.
No,
You'll laugh
shit.
at this.
That's a Boondocks character. That's not a person.
Yes,
That's a
that is
Boondocks.
not Boondocks.
a
That's
fucking-
Yakub. That is what people think.
He
That's
invented
what
white people.
people who think. Yes,
Why?
and Moses was the one.
Okay.
He was an evil scientist, and he created
Okay.
the white devils to
Yeah.
to terrorize the
Alright.
black people.
Hey, say what you want. You fuckers
Oh,
solve
and,
yourselves first.
Okay.
Wait. I
Alright,
want
yeah,
you to
keep
hear
going.
more of this, though.
Yeah, the moral of the
More of
story.
the
Yeah.
Moses took all the taught all the white devils to wear clothes and act normally because they never could before. And then he took 500 of the worst of them, stuck them in a cave, and blew it up with dynamite.
Wait, Moses got blown up by dynamite?
Moses, the
Correct.
one who parted the Red
The one
Sea,
who part of the Red Sea with the Beyblade, correct.
used dynamite. Yeah,
I don't
the fuck
think
up.
that would have been
I don't think dynamite
possible.
existed yet.
Yeah, no,
I don't-
yeah. Moses had dynamite back in like 300 BC.
So
I don't think they did.
Yeah, he had dynamite and he blew up
dynamite was
500 of the
built
worst
in
white devils.
1866.
So the rest that are alive are
Not even 200 years
Yeah.
ago.
but Moses had some.
150. Yeah, what's up? So, what about the
Moses had
Chinese?
some.
But I believe Moses had some.
Chinese. Fuck the
I don't know,
Chinese.
what
They're
else did
not
he
here.
make?
Literally or metaphorically.
No, Moses just had the dynamite and he blew up the 500 of the
Is that
worst
a good
white
thing?
devils.
Are they making Moses the hero?
I don't
Or
know. This isn't, this is bullshit. The same as what.
so wait a
So,
minute. So does
According
that
to
mean
them, Moses time traveled to grab dynamite out of all things and
No, I
blew
don't
up
think there's no time travel.
500
Don't bring time
of the
travel
worst.
into this. Stop trying to disprove this fact. He
How else
made
would he have
himself
gotten the
fucking
dynamite?
clearly. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, or God.
Or God.
Yeah.
God showed him the way to dynamite. Again, he parted the Red Sea. This is like before. This is supposed to take
Well,
place
I'd
before
assume
he
so,
parted
'cause
the Red
doesn't the
Sea
Red
too.
Sea follow, like, isn't it followed by, like, 40 years of them wandering in a desert? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume this predates that. How do they survive that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I had this as part of the bullshit on my, my list, but, like, the Bible's weird as shit, bro.
Oh. Oh no. How they survived it was God would send like mana, like not
Fucking
not Magic the Gathering mana,
bro, he sent
but
us
like
600 white mana, and with this we can rebuild.
no
We can make the churches
redneck
again.
substance. That's what that and like quail.
Why would he send the smallest fucking bird?
No, he sent
It
enough to
doesn't make
feed
it
them.
any more of a dick move.
Yes,
Like
but
send
why quail?
I don't know.
Hey, yo,
Don't ask
God.
me. You act like
Quick question.
you act like I'm God and I'm like
Quick little
answering your
question,
guys'
guy.
questions.
Little chit chat real quick for a second. If you got the time. Why did you send quails and not like an ostrich? Instead of sending like 100,000
Or
quails, you could
turkey.
send like 500 ostriches.
I don't think ostriches existed at the time.
Say that
I'm gonna be
sentence
honest.
again so I
Wait,
can
what?
throat punch you next time I see you.
No, because I don't think they had a.
Describe. No. Describe your line of thought here.
No, because fucking.
Yes. Continue.
I'm tired.
And
I
You're
was
gonna say
thinking I'm
ostriches
the
were
one drinking the
invented
silly
because I'm gonna
juice.
throat punch you again.
No, I didn't say ostriches weren't invented. They weren't there
But
at the time. What
quails
the
were
fuck
in
do
the
you mean?
desert. But
Yeah.
quails.
What?
Fucking,
No, you're not.
I'm fucking
You're
with you
so
guys.
fucking not.
Holy
That's the
shit,
hardest
bro.
cope I've ever heard.
Holy fuck.
Absolutely mega cope. But you're trying to
What are
you're
you
trying to pull
talking
this
about?
like, bro, it was just a prank. Calm down, bro. It's just a prank, bro. Just don't you fucking dare gaslight us with your fucking your Hebrew nonsense. I will
I'm not
hear
Hebrew.
I will hear
I don't
no
know
more
what
of
the
this
fuck you're on
Hebrew
about.
nonsense.
You're trying to gaslight my race. What the fuck are you on
You never
about,
seen
you
Prince of Egypt?
retard?
Yeah,
I
I'll hear
have
no
seen
more of this
Prince of
Hebrew
Egypt.
nonsense.
No, I don't remember
Bro.
that fucking part from the movie.
We
Gotta
got. We should do a
rewatch it.
movie night. I don't know.
Huh.
Right now,
When?
From Egypt. Is it on
of
Disney
Egypt?
Plus?
No,
He's
it's DreamWorks. What do you
but
mean?
okay.
It would not completely
Bought out DreamWorks.
differing companies.
Disney bought
Are
out
you
DreamWorks.
sure that
They are
Disney does
literally
not own
rivals.
DreamWorks?
Yeah.
DreamWorks was
I
DreamWorks
thought
is
I
run
thought
no,
Disney owned
DreamWorks was
everything.
no, the Jews own everything. Jews just happen to work for Disney.
No,
Anyway,
they don't. I
so
made sure of it.
so
Rothschilds.
anyway, but no,
Wait.
He knows.
we're gonna get murdered one day. I'm never. Here's the worst idea. I had this thought yesterday. I was like, what if this show,
Oh
like this
God.
show that I've described to you
Oh,
guys,
I thought-
takes off, and they actually want to pick me up, and then
Mhm.
somebody finds this podcast. I would be faced with the strongest mental dilemma
God.
ever,
Haven't
and I think I would.
haven't we
Yeah,
had
what's up?
ow shit. Haven't we had this conversation, but it was with
I
presidency?
think so. All I can say is this podcast was a terrible idea, and nothing we say in it should or can be used in a court of law. Everything here is satire. This is all
Yeah.
satire. All
Let's get
satire.
a fucking
All
rid of
all
Hetus
satire.
corpus.
All satire. Nothing here
Okay.
makes sense. Nothing here is serious. Don't hurt us. I have a wife and kids. I'm actually 35-year-old. I'm
And the
35-year-old,
wife.
and my name is Stephen McCulley.
You have neither.
You should leave me alone.
What?
I live on a little farm in the middle
And
of
I'm the wife.
Illinois. Please don't hurt me. Please and thank you.
I feel like you murdered
Huh?
your family.
What did you just say?
I feel
I'm
like as Steve McCulley,
Stephen,
you've murdered a
Stephen
family.
McCulley sounds like a serial killer name, but he would have something cool. He would be like
Yeah.
the tire jacker or something like that. You know, like some weird
No, I was
70s,
gonna say the
like some
eyeball.
Murdered
weird
people for a guy.
70s horror villain name. Serial killer. That's the word.
Serial killer.
Have either
What?
of you seen that movie? It's a movie about a guy that collects eyeballs because he thinks they're the
Okay, you're
gateway to
talking
the
about Miss
soul.
Peregrine's Home for
So
Peculiar Children.
no, actually, it's worse.
Just saying. Also
Like
happens in that
so
movie.
much worse.
Also happens in the
I'm pretty
Netflix
sure this
show Sandman, which is a awful show that I will rant about. Fuck you. I'm gonna rant about that show in a minute. Yes, but I'm gonna go rant. I'm gonna
May I
pull up
finish
that real
first?
quick.
So the entire thing about the movie is this guy went to, I don't know if it was depositing or just to go look at his collection, but for some ungodly reason, he stores them in a bank instead of money like everybody else. So he goes there and everything, and the place and the bank starts getting robbed, and he ends up killing the robbers and collecting their eyeballs. And then proceeds to try to do the same with the
The
police.
Last Heist.
I
I
don't
don't know. I just
fucking
looked up
know.
Eyes in the Bank movie. Uh.
I don't know. It might be.
Maybe.
Where's my phone?
Yep, it's that. It's called The Last Heist. Yep. Came out in
Really?
2017.
I know I saw like a movie clip of a dude who was blind robbing a bank.
Is it really in
The idea of a
2017? I
blind
thought I
guy,
had
the
seen
idea
it
of a
so much
blind guy
earlier.
robbing a bank reminds me of the SpongeBob with the sock over his head. Put the money in the bag.
I'm to your left, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Put the money in the fucking bag.
No, it's you know the famous clip of like, I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. That's where
No,
like
it
it
doesn't.
comes from.
It comes from Doom.
Yes.
Or not Doom. Shit, hold on.
Fuck?
Duke Nukem. That's Duke Nukem. Yes.
No. No, this
What are
movie
you
came out
talking about?
before Duke Nukem.
What?
I fucking have been talking
Chew
about it
gum and
for
kick
like
ass.
a minute, and you
They
fucking just, what are
live?
you talking
I looked up chew gum and kick ass, and it's from
about?
They Live.
Maybe.
What is that? When did Duke Nukem come out? When? Son of a bitch. All right, fine. You had
1991.
3 years. I'm here to chew
Yeah, I
bubble
was gonna
gum and kick
say.
ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum. He could have just called it gum. Calling it bubble
Yep.
gum makes it infinitely less cool. Saying the word bubble, it's very impossible.
But the thing is, he's also blind, and fucking a cop tries, like a security guard tries to shoot him, and he just blasts his ass away
Hold on. Why does that lady have
in
no
that same
face?
clip.
Why do some people have no
You,
faces?
you,
Oh! I
do you
remember
know
this
what's a
movie. Hold on.
series
Is he
we
That's
should
because
watch?
blind. We're seeing it from his point of
is he
view.
blind?
You're
No.
retarded.
Hold on. Is he blind?
We
I
should
thought the whole
watch
point
the
was like that they're
series
all
Red.
like aliens or some shit.
Yes.
And then they do the point and scream. They're like,
I
"Ah!"
don't.
Is it?
That's the invasion of the body snatchers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of movies.
No, he's blind. This
Why are
guy's
some of
actually
them weird
fucking
little
blind.
aliens?
Like
Hey,
he's
you know what?
because that's how he sees it from his point of view. We're at his point of view. It'll like shoot out of his point of view, and
I
like you'll
remember
see
this
everything
movie.
as
It's where
regular.
he
But
goes to
when
New
it's his
York
point
City.
of
No,
view,
he's not blind. He puts on the glass. It's the sunglasses he's wearing. God damn it! I was right. These are aliens. They run the world secretly,
oh,
like the Jews. And they put here. Hold on, I have a picture. But like, no, it's not. He's not blind, you moron. He's wearing a fucking set of sunglasses.
I thought he.
Hold on.
Okay, I thought it
Hey,
was
look,
because that's what
this is what
someone
it
gave
looks
him
like. But
to
he's
him.
yeah. God damn it! I haven't watched They Live in ever. The
I see
it's
black
because
and
it's when
white,
he
but I
wears the
don't
it's where
see.
when he wears the sunglasses,
I
everything
don't.
turns black
You,
and white.
Yeah, where's?
No.
Let me finish, will you?
yeah.
Where's
You
the?
like obey, 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 consume, like yield.
Yeah, where's the? Where are the aliens?
All right,
Ah,
hold on.
Show him
unbox.
a picture once.
Motherfucker can't learn of context, but here you go.
That does not look like an alien.
Hey,
That looks
and
like a
Coke?
zombie.
I don't know. Fuck you.
I don't
Oh,
know. I'm just
I'm
saying
sorry.
that
How many
doesn't
fucking
look
aliens
much
have
like
you
an
hung out
alien.
with?
It looks like
Sorry, I
undead.
didn't realize how often you go to the fucking space cantina
Let's
and hit
see.
up some jizz.
Well, in the last week
No,
I've
not
seen
Jews.
7.
Actual aliens this time. Okay.
I'm aware.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't eat illegal
Mexicans
aliens.
also don't count. Never mind.
Oh.
No, okay, there it is.
Oh, okay, then 0.
Shit. Hey, did you know you get $100 if you rat them out? So that's a free $700 right there.
Really? I thought
I said 8.
I
I
I
said
thought I
8.
had
That's
to
not
pay.
7. What the
I was
fuck are
making
you
a joke.
talking
Let's see.
about?
How much money
What?
do you get for sending someone to ice?
Probably 0.
Yeah, probably 0.
If anything, you'll have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Knowing
Although
our
there's absolutely
government.
no guarantee that tip information provided will result in monetary payments, ICE has discretion and solitary authorization to pay for information and/or evidence that is used in the support of criminal investigations. So they can pay.
I know the IRS.
They can,
I know the
which is
IRS does pay. for
better than the
Shoot,
solution that
what?
I thought was gonna happen,
Should we buy?
which I guess is
Oh,
a upgrade
I want to buy
that
50
you
pounds
would
of
have to
dry. I could buy
pay.
50 pounds of dry ice for $500. Or sorry, 400. Sorry, $400 in shipping.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Sorry, let me specify. It is specifically
That sounds expensive for
consists
some
of
dry
five
ice.
10-pound slices packed in styrofoam cooler and shipped directly to you. So bad. Yeah.
Question.
I would throw
would
it in
you
a
do with
pool.
that much
No, I would
dry
throw it in a
ice?
pool
Pour it on the
in my apartments and make it a big cool witch's pot. So it'd all be like foamed up. My dad gets insulin. And
Are we
he gets it
doing
with
this
dry ice so
for?
that it's cold, I guess. And one day he gave me a box of his insulin while we were at my grandparents'. I threw it in the pool. It was very fun. Don't touch dry ice, kids. It hurts like a bitch.
The dry ice.
I feel
Also,
like
don't
that's
touch your
if you
dick.
don't touch wait, don't touch your dick in general or with dry ice. What are you what are you condoning here?
I'm
What
guessing.
are you
Yes.
arguing? What is your point here?
He's arguing.
Ever seen that episode of Rick and
Oh,
Morty?
you know, that episode of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, like I was about to say, what fucking episode do you even fucking
The
mean?
episode of where
Oh,
the
okay.
sperm that got
Oh
into
my
a
God.
sock comes
Morty,
back.
like, yeah.
I'd like to mention, by the way, there's
With the
51
shorts.
episodes of Rick and Morty. So you just saying the episode cleared nothing.
Well, I thought the
No, there isn't. You
context
just
would
say
have cleared
dick.
it up.
You
I
just
guess
said
not.
touch your dick, and then that.
Yes, I said don't touch your dick, and then I said that episode. I
No, I
thought
know
it
what
was
episode he's
implied.
No,
talking
I'm
about.
aware. He
It's
fucks
basically
a
an
horse,
episode
he
where
fucks
Morty
a horse
fucks
breeder.
up,
I've seen the
and,
episode. I'm
like-
fully aware. Just saying.
Funny
I'm
enough,
gonna
I
kill you.
haven't.
I'm gonna
What?
kill you one day.
I haven't seen the
I'm gonna
episode.
break your arms.
I've just seen
break
clips.
your legs. Attach you to a hork milker, and I'm gonna slowly dry
But
you.
no, I know
till you
the
die.
IRS pays for if you report somebody that has unreported income, they'll
It's
pay you
not. It's
like
like 20.
I think it's
way
30%
less
of what
than
they collect
30%.
off of them.
Way less than a quarter. I think it's like. I think
What
it's
they
up
advertise.
to 30%. But they probably are like,
Up
here's
to
5%,
30%, yeah.
bitch.
In reality, they give you 0.
No, because those are it's non-tax law, so
You tell me you're gonna
so
trust
I'd
the
say
government.
that's a pretty fair deal.
Never
Oh, I
rat
need to
somebody
go.
out to the government. Don't be a fucking bitch.
No.
Don't be a whore.
I want to rat a
swear,
nigga out that
That doesn't.
fucking woman.
Don't
I
turn
know will rat
against your
on me.
fellow man for the greed of the government. Stand true together.
Who's my fellow man here?
Just talking. Do you
I've
have
had
your green card?
I've had a lot of people from
Answer
what?
the man.
That took him a second.
Answer the man.
What? I didn't even hear what he asked.
I asked, do you, Shiitake, have your green card?
Well, you're retarded because I'm
Okay,
Puerto
and?
Rican, not fucking Mexican.
It still implies.
No,
You
I'm
guys
racist.
are both
There's a
fucking
difference.
retarded. Puerto Rico is a territory of the
Yeah.
United States.
What? Wait, what? What did you just say? I think I misheard you.
Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States.
Okay. Okay, I did
Puerto Rico
mishear
isn't
you.
real.
Okay. I thought you said Puerto Rico is in the United States, and I'm like, wait,
No.
what?
What
That's
are
why I
you-
had to clarify.
Jesus Christ.
What are you guys talking about? Anyway, I'm gonna rant for a little
I
bit. You guys
misheard
ever watch the
Shiitake.
Sandman show on Netflix? It was terrible.
No,
I
it
watched the
looked
first
terrible.
episode with my mother. Because she wanted to watch it, and I was like, all right, fine, whatever. What do you mean? Am I here right now?
Are you here right now?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'll be down there tomorrow.
Like in this?
But no, I'm.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna stop
No,
on
you'd
your?
be at school at
Are
the
you
time.
gonna stop on your way?
So
I could.
Oh.
Jesus, I could potentially say hi on the way home.
I could totally
But,
skip tomorrow, but
it depends on what time I'm done.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, Sandman. It's such a fucking. Let me. So the first episode, we meet the titular Sandman. He's in like. So basically, he gets summoned in, and he's passed the fuck out. And they're like, okay, cool. Cool. Now we have this dude. He's not Death. We thought he was supposed to be Death. we were gonna ransom him for like my son's life. It's like, okay, cool. Well, he's the god of sleep, if you couldn't imagine, by the name Sandman, and he just sits in this little glass ball for like
Yeah.
100 years or something like this. Well, all while this is happening, the guy's dad dies, and the son is like, "Dude, I want to let you out of this fucking ball. Just give me a reason, and no, I like you won't murder me, and I'll let you out of the ball. My dad's dead. He's not stopping me. I'll just let you out." And he's just like, no, and like doesn't say anything. He just stares at him like an asshole. And I'm like, all right, whatever, fine. Anyway, that guy's gay in like the 1800s for some weird reason. And another important part is because Mr. Sandman is missing. He's a he was in the process of like capturing nightmares that escape. Sometimes nightmares will just leave the dream realm, and then he has to like go capture them and basically murder them. Well, he was in the process of doing that when he got summoned, so there's just one murderer dude on the loose. And while that's happening, he's like, okay, cool. Well, that's fucked. And he's sitting there just thinking, and this sleeping curse is going around. And it's basically like every so often, random people will just fall asleep and never wake up, like basically like a coma. Also, I don't know why I thought I should mention he's completely naked in the ball the whole time. Do with this information what you will, but he was.
The fuck?
He's just here. Hold on, let me get a picture for you guys real quick. This is what he looks like for the entirety of episode 1. Just sits there in this little glass bubble, butt ass naked for some reason. Oh, also he had a pet crow who was going to like break the bubble and let him escape, and then the dad shoots him and kills him, and so he's like really bummed out about that. I guess that was the thing.
He's bummed out
I
about
think
his
it's
pet
meant to
dying. I
like
think I
be
would be
his
bummed out
girlfriend
also.
or something along those lines, something like that, something weird. Um, I think it's
The
implied
fuck?
like that they have like a really deep relationship. And anyway, so he's in there. So I'm at the wiki, by the way, just so I can get specifics a little better. He's in there for 106 years, and then how did he get out? Old man continues to keep imprisoned. It is weird.
That is an odd
Cares for his
number.
partner Paul after Paul accidentally erases part of the. Oh. So the dude, one of the dudes, so they were gay. One of them becomes crippled in a wheelchair, and he rolls up in his wheelchair next to the bubble, and it's like, dude, I want to let you out before I die. Just say something and tell us you won't kill us, and we'll let you go. And he still says nothing. And then he like goes to roll away, but his wheels fuck up these like little salt runes or whatever on the floor. And he's able to escape, and then he just instantly murks everyone. So that was fun, I guess. Yeah, he doesn't actually kill him. He just kind
In
of
the
puts him in
house?
a coma and then fucks off, which is like dick move, but I. So here's the villain, by the way, the nightmare that he was trying to capture. This dude is a serial killer, and it's why he reminded me of the eyes thing, is because he just keeps like stealing people's eyys. And his eyes, he doesn't have eyes. He has like little mouth
Okay.
eyes. Here, let me see if I can get a picture of them. They're really fucking creepy, and
Okay.
I hate them. But he has little mouth eyes. I don't know why or what's up with it, but he's got little mouth eyes. I think he's supposed to just be like God, like the perfect nightmare killer or something like that, because he was obviously somebody's nightmare. Uh, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's really weird. Yeah,
I don't like
yeah,
that.
it's little
It's
tiny mouths, and I
genuine
hate them. I hate the
mouth.
teeth more than anything. It's not creepy. It's not creepy in the way that they want it to be. It's uncanny. Yeah, yeah. Which is weird because
Uncanny.
when he has the
Yeah.
glasses on,
It's
he's
just
very
concerning. I'm
intimidating.
like,
It's a
what? Why?
very good performance. Not gonna lie, he's like the only reason I kept watching the show.
Well, I think the reason they made him uncanny is because that's how nightmares usually are. Like there's some sort of familiarity with them, but there's uncanny to the point where like it's
Right.
not
I get
Like
it. So
it's
anyway, there's
not supposed
a
to be
lot of
like
little
that.
plot details that I'm just
So I
gonna
think
try and
that's what
briefly go over, or else we'll be here all night. But essentially, the three items that were originally stolen from the
yeah.
Sandman when he was captured was his helmet, a bag of sand, and his ruby, and all of which give him part of his power. Like he basically Horcruxed up his powers for some reason. I don't know why, but he did that.
Probably to
I
prevent anybody from
guess
like
I don't
totally
know.
gaining
It's left
access to
vague
the
enough. It's weird. So one of the ladies who
probably to keep balance.
was um in the passed out curse, whatever it's called, the coma. That's the word I was looking for. One of the ladies who was in the coma has a has a kid. I guess she was some reason she had kids. I'm not gonna question it in the slightest. She had kids. Kid had kid. Now she has a granddaughter. She wakes up from the coma when Sandman gets out, and her granddaughter is like this super important, like once in every 100,000 years or some shit like that. This one person is born who has like a strong connection to the Dream Force or something stupid like that. Not super important, other than the fact that she is important. You get what I mean? Like it doesn't really come up for a while, and it's not a super
Yeah.
needy, like pointed out constantly thing, but it's like it's in the background, and
It's
it
a
kind
sub
of yeah, it's the reason we're following her
it's
as
a
a
subplot.
character, essentially.
What it is.
So she's looking for I think she's looking for her mother or some shit like that. She's with her little brother, and she's going on her own little adventures. Not really important. All while this is going on, there's this other dude. It's a lot of shit that goes on in, like I think there's, like, 10 episodes? 11. There's 11 episodes. Well, 10 episodes and then, like, a mini, unrelated episode. Yeah, kind of. So,
Epilogue.
it's so fucking stupid. So all this shit goes down, la 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 la. Serial killer convention happens with Teeth Guy running it, like, Eyeball Teeth Guy runs a little serial killer invention called Serial Con. Little brother runs into it and is like, "Oh shit, cereal! I love cereal. I'm gonna go to this convention," and like is almost murdered on several different occasions. Uh oh, at the black girl, the super powered lady or whatever. That's not really that important. Is at this weird like B&B Airbnb type thing with a bunch of weird people. There's like twins that are goth. One doesn't speak. Like a super gay dude who dresses in drag. Um, a bunch of like a couple. There's a weird couple, and then there's like this old British man with like a cane.
Oh, the twins
What's up?
that what was oh, I think I know where the premise of the twins that
The
only one
Shining.
speaks and the other doesn't. Um no, there's
Creepy.
actually a real case of that actually happening. Where yeah. And they would talk they'd actually talk, but only to each other and in their own language, something they like anybody else would not be able to understand. And then like one day one of the
Oh, I know
twins
exactly what
actually
you're talking about.
died
Yeah,
and
that
the
shit was
other
creepy. I don't
was
like it.
able to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is creepy. Because like the first thing the other twin says is like
Yeah.
she died for me. And I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
What the fuck are you
Basically,
talking
the first
about?
couple of
Like that's
episodes
so
are more.
creepy.
So remember how I said he has this raven get killed or whatever in the first episode? Well, in the next episode, he gets. You
Yeah.
know the guy who voiced Remy the rat in Ratatouille? Well, now he's a crow, and his name is Matthew. So
Yes.
Mhm.
Matthew it is his name is literally Matthew the Crow, and so he's like his new Raven or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Matthew the Raven, Matthew the Raven. So they're trying to go find the helmet, the dust, and the ruby. The dust is held by this woman who is hanging out with the black girl's son. Okay, hold on.
Cutting out.
Is this better? I did absolutely nothing different. Anyway, so
Yeah.
her brother, so the black girl is in like a foster home at the beginning, and then they escape. And her little brother is in like a really shitty, abusive like home or whatever. But he has like this imaginary friend or whatever who takes him on adventures all the time. Well, that imaginary friend is a real person, and it was one of his nightmares who wants to become a dream instead. And she stole the sand, I think. and she's like showing him all these wonderful things and having fun. He gets murdered eventually. It's fun. Uh, then we go to hell for some reason at some point. I don't remember why. Oh, his helmet. His helmet was stolen by a demon. Like this, there's a witch hunter, and she has the helmet. She sells it to a demon, and he's got to go to hell to get it back. And so he fights the devil, or technically Lucifer, in this weird game that I'm not sure the rules of, but it's to the death. They fight, he wins. That happens. He gets his helmet back, leaves. Then last is the ruby. Well, while this is all happening, the teeth guy is also looking for the items to basically get a one up. Well, he's going beeline straight for the ruby because the ruby's the most important thing. Well, this lady who has it, or had it, gave it to her son, who was completely fucking insane. He killed a bunch of people with it and then got thrown into an insane asylum. She then has the ruby and an amulet that protects her from evil things, so she's safe from serial killer guy. So she runs, goes, meets her son, takes him out of the hospital, or tries to talk to him in the hospital. He gets the ruby and kills everyone and escapes. Because she was wearing the evil protection thing, so she was alive for a really long time. She was like one of the housemaids in the original house, and then she stole the ruby, and because she had the kid, and the kid was gonna be aborted. She's like, "I don't wanna do that," and then she escaped with the ruby, a bunch of money, and the kid. The kid is now in the insane asylum and, like, 60. She looks like she's still 30, and that's because she's wearing the amulet that keeps her alive. Well, she takes it off, puts it on him, and hands him the ruby. She dies instantly. A guard walks in and is like, "You just fucking killed that lady. You're going crazy again." And he's like, "I didn't do anything. Please don't hurt me." And the cop tries to shoot him. He's like, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." And then he shoots him, and then it shoots the cop instead. So basically, like, ricochets off. He escapes, goes into a diner. Now, this is like the most unimportant episode in the 10, but it's my favorite episode if it wasn't completely retconned at the end of the episode. But he goes into a diner and he's like, "Can I have like a cup of coffee and like some soup or something?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And she's like talking and they're talking back and forth. And he's like, "So, how are you doing?" She's like, "Good, you look nice tonight." And he's like, "Don't lie to me." She's like, "I would never." And he's like, "Do you really think?" She's like, "No." Like, "Okay. So what do you want to do today?" And he's like, "I just want to make the world a better place." Like that's his whole thing. He's not really insane or evil. He just wants to make the world a better place. So he's like, I don't know. It's really hard to describe, especially at like midnight. But basically, the whole episode is people and have problems, and he forces them subtly. He's just kind of sitting there drinking coffee the whole time, but no one is able to lie and has to be completely honest with their intentions and their true self. So a lot of gay sex happens, and yeah, a lot of gay sex happens, and then
The
everyone
fuck?
murders each other, and then that's it. So basically, he's like, "I want to make everyone or everyone in the world honest," and she's like, "That's a very nice goal." And then everyone becomes honest, and we find out like the cook is fucking the other cook's son. Like, there's this rich lady who has a black husband, and the black husband is just a trophy husband, and he hates her. And then he leaves, and then she has sex with like the new guy who's trying to apply to work at her company. And then the diner lady who's like pouring the coffee has sex with like a lesbian who just got out of a bad relationship. And it's weird, and I just don't care personally about the whole interconnections. But it's just really fun to watch them very slow because it's not like they immediately go like, "I fucked your son." But like they keep talking, and as they're talking, like you can see they're noticing that they can't say things a certain way. So they just keep talking like normal, and slowly but surely details start arising and stuff like that. And then they all kill each other. And then it just kind of turns into like murder porn for a bit. And I'm not a huge fan of it, but it was pretty cool, I guess. Anyway, then he leaves the diner. It's
What do you
like
mean
Saw.
by
You ever seen the
murder
Saw
porn?
movies? Then shut the fuck up.
No.
Murder porn is just it's exactly what it sounds like. It is exactly what it sounds like. Imagine if you got off yeah, imagine you got off to
Must be
murder, this
erotic,
is what
but
people would watch, you know? Yeah. So anyway,
Oh,
murder porn
okay.
happens.
Mhm. Whenever you said whenever you said murder porn, my brain thought that they were killing
No.
and fucking each other at the same time.
that's what I
No.
thought. But then I was
Anyway,
like,
so
no, it's
he
not that.
leaves the
Yeah,
diner and this old like, this black lady is like sees him wandering down the road and she's like, "Do you need a ride, honey?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, thank you." And then they start talking and she slowly starts to suspect he's an actual serial killer and gets scared, walks into a convenience store, and then the convenience store guy is like, "Oh shit, she's being kidnapped or something." Tries to shoot him, dies the same way the cop did because the bullet ricochets. And then they both leave. And then some more bullshit happens. He lets her go with the protection necklace or whatever. And he's like, "Be protected. You have a good life, you." Yeah, it's I don't know. It's really fucking weird. Nothing really super important. But then he gets kidnapped, or like the old
yeah, I can tell
crazy
this.
guy gets kidnapped into the world of dreams, and he's like, "I don't need you. I'm stronger than you now," and smashes the ruby, and it just gives all the superpowers to the Sandman again. Because when one of the items gets destroyed, it goes back to him, I guess. So he basically retcons everything that
Oh,
happened in that episode, so that he's back in the insane asylum and all the diner people are alive and I guess still in their really shitty lives. It's like they still had a really shitty life. I don't know.
Hmm.
So that all happens. He has all of his shit back. And then another weird episode happens where we find out about a muse, which is a Greek god who shows inspiration. So, oh God, a lot of these episodes are like, some of them are serialized and the
Mhm.
other ones are like, here's a random detail we should throw in right now because fuck you. So they do this one bit where it's like, I hate this so much. What was the one I was just talking about? I just started talking about one and then forgot it. He got all of his shit
I don't know,
back.
you didn't get far enough.
I don't know. God damn it. I don't know. What was it? What was I just saying? Oh, no. God damn it.
I'm
Shut up.
not
About
sure.
the
So
diner one or
he
no?
had one. It doesn't matter. He was talking with his sister Death at one point for an episode, and we meet this new guy for the only one episode. We meet him for one episode, and he's apparently this dude who's been alive since like the 1400s because he was at a bar and Morbius. I think his name is Morpheus. Is the Sandman. So Morpheus walks in and he hears the guy go, if I was able to live forever, or if I'm just not going to die because I don't want to. If death comes for me, I'll simply say no, thank you. And so Morpheus was walking around with his sister Death, and they look at each other and they're like, "It'd be pretty fucking funny. Let's do it." So they do that, and throughout every 100 years, he goes to talk to him, and like you see this guy throughout history, and he's like he was a slave owner at one point. He was basically dead. He had a family, and all this shit happens. Anyway, so for one of the anniversaries, they had a big fight because the dude said that Morpheus was his friend, and he's like, "This is not. I'm not your fucking friend, you little shit. This is purely a business arrangement to see if I was correct." And he's like, "No, we're friends. Fuck you." And then he storms out, and then he gets kidnapped. So he's missing for 106 years. Anyway, he comes back, and the dude now owns the pub that they met at, and that's it. That's the whole fucking story. Anyway, the second one was the Muse, which was I think one of his ex-wives. When he's in hell at one point, a lot of weird details happen. I know I'm really jumping around, but that's kind of what this show is. So when they're in hell for the helmet, they pass this tower and he walks up to a set of bars on a cage and this like woman shows up. He's like, "Do you forgive me? I'm so sorry for what I did all those years ago. Will you take me back as your wife?" And he's like, "No." And then walks away. And that's all we see of her. And it's really weird. But anyway, another one of his ex-wives was a muse, and this author kidnapped her a long time ago and then sold her to another author who was struggling to make a second book. Well, she's there, and he basically has to torture her to get her powers to work because she won't give them over willingly. She just wants to leave. So he keeps going and using her powers and becomes super successful and basically just kind of a douche. Because he was like, originally, he was like, if you help me this one time, I'll let you go and you're free to go. Anyway, it's like, like 4 years later, it doesn't happen. Morpheus gets released and he's like, I'm not standing for this bullshit. You may be my ex wife, but like, fuck this dude. So he goes insane and releases her. And then she's free to go, I guess. And that's kind of the whole shtick. That's it. That's all that happens. Nothing really important happens. It's a lot of world building that means absolutely jack shit right now. Then all the other bullshit happens. Then the collector happens. The old British man that lived with the black girl was actually secretly a nightmare, but he's also a forest. He's not a real person. He's a forest, but he's also a fat British guy. He goes back to being a forest. The nightmare guy gets collected. The one lady who wanted to be not a nightmare is now a what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, she becomes a dream. She becomes like this weird
A
butterfly
dream?
thing. Um, and then the last, yeah, and then the last episode is
It's
about
so
a
weird you fuck
cat
without any
who's
issue.
like, it's like this weird story about a cat who leaves to go listen to another cat do a speech, and then this cat tells a story about having kittens, and then the owners got rid of the kittens, and then she gets sad and runs away, and I don't know, it was weird, and like not a lot of important things happen. Yeah, it
That
basically
sounds like
goes,
a
so here's
fucking
the weird
favorite
part, it's like
game
20
over
minutes of the
TV show.
cat story, and then the last 40 minutes of the episode were the book guy that I was talking about. So in order, if I can get this in order to make a little more sense, dude's in a bubble, dude breaks out of the bubble, looks for things, finds child, goes to hell to get his helmet, gets helmet, finds old crazy man with Ruby who causes chaos, gets Ruby, gets all of his shit. Talks to death, and we talk about that dude in the Middle Ages. Then what's this one? A doll's house? Separated by their parents' divorce. Uh oh, this is when we find out about her superpowers and all that shit. And like, oh yeah, so the whole point was when he was gone, everyone left his kingdom. So like he was gone for 100 years, and everyone just kind of like went, "This motherfucker is never coming back. He clearly abandoned his post. We're all fucked, right?" So they all 106 years,
Only
I don't
after
know, I'd
100
also feel
years.
like I got abandoned at that point. That feels perfectly
I don't know. Whenever their lifespans are like millenniums,
I
it's
mean,
just
it's
kind of like
still like
100 years
if you
doesn't
were
feel
at a
very long.
party and somebody goes missing for or if you're at like a house party and the owner of the house goes missing for like 8 hours, you would assume it's fine to leave the house now. Like the party is clearly gonna end. But like there's this dude who's like a groundskeeper who's a big pumpkin. Everyone
No.
eventually slowly funnels back in for his kingdom. So she has the
I've
ability to
seen that.
completely destroy the barrier between dreams and people, and then she just doesn't. It's just like you could literally kill everyone. It's like, I don't wanna. I just don't wanna. Fuck you. It's really weird. Anyway, then they escape from Morpheus, or Morpheus helps her look for her brother. Her brother's at the serial killer convention, etc., etc. And then rest of bullshit. Did she die? Hold on. Rose confronts Morpheus in the dreaming. Rose is ready to sacrifice herself to save her friends and her brother, but Unity joins them in the dreaming and convinces Rose to transfer the vortex into her, allowing Morpheus to end her life. Morpheus realizes that, so basically, the superpower is like it'll kill her as well when she uses it. So she gives the superpower to somebody else, and then that person dies. Really weird.
Mhm.
Also, absolutely none of this was relating to the list, so I think we should make another episode. What do you guys think?
I'm tired. Can we
Not
talk
right
about the
now,
two
but we
things?
need to do that
I
episode.
Yeah,
want
what's
to
up?
talk. Wait, I want to talk about the fucking thing you said about the dancing
Oh
circle
yeah. I was gonna talk. I want to talk. I
being
want to
lady.
talk about this in the list
I
part. 'Cause I have so much shit on the list, but, like, that's another hour if we how about this? If you guys are willing to survive another hour, we can end this episode now, and we can talk about all that shit now. What do you think? 'Cause if not, we're gonna have to wait another couple days. And
I have
No,
school in the morning.
I'm
that's
tired.
fair. Well, this was a 2-hour
I
rant
need
about
sleep.
TV shows.
I'm doing another,
I'm honest to
I'm
g
doing another 8-hour
only
shift
8 hours? Only?
tomorrow.
Imagine. Anyway, I'm, I can't I think I'm gonna name this episode something along the lines of, like, Neckbeard wrote a show, and then the next episode will be part 3 of the list. So it's just list part 1, Neckbeard writes a show, list part 3. I think it'd be funny. And
Okay.
that's the joke.
What happened to part
I
2?
ate it.
I ate it.
I ate it and did it.
So,
Shit cake,
shall
say
we
goodbye.
sign off?
Like, comment, and
Gobbo.
subscribe, guys.
Say
I'm tired.
gobbo.
Goodbye.
Gobbo reminds me of gabagool. I
Gobbo.
feel like I've made this joke before, but I want to reinstate it. Gabagool. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. Fuck you. It's midnight.
He has. I'm aware.
Yeah.
Good night,
Good night,
everyone. Get your
everybody. I gotta take
sleep.
a shit.
Drink your
Mad
hot.
bad.
Oh,
Drink my shit.
okay. Drink it.
I'm gonna drive to your house and shit on your porch.
Correct.